there's a difference between romanticizing your life and gaslighting yourself into thinking you're happy where you are. There's this pressure to perform, to produce, to succeed that shapes the fabric of society. And if I'm not careful, it bleeds into every area of my life. Every day, I know exactly where I'm going, exactly what I'm doing, and even if I don't, I somehow always end up on autopilot. It's the predictability of how I'm living right now that honestly scares me. The thought of being in the same exact place that I was a year ago. This may very well be a personality failing, but I've always been drawn to people who are somewhat attuned with their emotions and have a bit of an artistic sensibility. And for a while, I couldn't quite place my finger on the quality, but I finally found the word for it. Romantic. I'm talking about people who see the world through a lens of passion and emotion, as Google AI defines it. These are my people. Like, these are the types of people that I tend to get along well with. And do I surround myself with these types of people? Not really, no. I would say 90% of the time I'm around people who do not exhibit that quality. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like being exposed to different types of people, but I also want to expose myself to people who share similar values and aspirations in life. Because if I'm constantly around people who aren't, then I feel alone, I feel alone. Okay. I'm trying to find a place to take some good pictures and videos, but I can't find a good spot today. I mean, the sky is blue, so that's nice. Today I was just like not in a good mood, on my period, feeling just irritable, angry today. I just feel like I'm not doing anything right. And also, like, the other sad realization that I had today is that it seems genuinely so hard to find people who don't want anything from you. It just seems like if you don't have anything to offer socially, professionally, or whatever capacity, people just leave and they're like not interested. And then I constantly feel like I need to have something to offer. And then also it's Holy Week, Jesus' last week on earth. He died for like each and every one of us. Like, not because of what we had to offer him. And it's like, I'm reminded, I'm like, oh, okay, well, at least, not at least. It's like, there is someone, like, Jesus did not give a shit about, like, what I did. He just, like, loved people for who they are. And so there is someone who just loves me for who I am, but it's so hard to find that in, like, other human beings. And that sounds so selfish, because it's like, oh, do I do a good job of that for others? Probably not. But, yeah, I don't know. Also, like, I was supposed to, like, go film something nice, and now I'm just crying in a car. What the hell? Okay, enough.
just a hobby.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have so many digital cameras, you know, from the 90 and 200, and the big one like what was that, 800? Yeah.
800.
Yeah, lens, and lens is another.
Yeah, like
450.
this one is like this is pretty heavy.
Tamron?
Yeah, Tamron.
Tamron is good. I use Tamron.
Oh, okay.
18 to
To
270.
200. Oh, okay.
Lazy one.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
That's so
carry too
big.
many. You can even take a picture of her.
Okay. Cute. Hi.
Smells good, huh?
What is the name? Oh,
Name is Charlie, but she's a
Charlie.
woman.
Hi, Charlie.
Very old woman, 11 years old.
Is it possible to be both a skeptic and a romantic? I go back and forth, honestly. I think I am a romantic at heart because I see how things could be more ideal, but because reality always falls short of what I perceive in my little head to be ideal, I can also be extremely cynical of others and easily disillusioned with life. And yet, there's still a part of me that holds on to all of these romantic visions and the hope that a more fulfilling, meaningful life is possible. Which sounds greedy of me to say during these times when so many of us can barely afford rent. But is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? I'm not going to tell you to romanticize your life. You've probably seen enough of that online. The point I'm trying to make is that there's a difference between romanticizing your life and gaslighting yourself into thinking you're happy where you are. That's something that I don't think is talked about enough. It's a fine line, and I've definitely been guilty of crossing it multiple times into gaslighting territory. So what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? That is the question. These are my hypotheses that I am testing this year. 1, changing my physical environment. 2, surrounding myself with people who get it, you know? What I mean by that is like people who won't try to convince you to be like a watered down version of yourself. 3, letting go of the fear of making mistakes. Like, I'm so terrified of making mistakes, but like, there's no time for that anymore. There's no time, truly. So, none of us can predict the future, right? But, as we all know, tomorrow is not guaranteed. So if you don't like where your life is headed, maybe that is a sign, an indicator that it's time to try something new, you know, to do things differently. And that's all I'm gonna say. Bye-bye, dear.